So, you want to go on Hot Rod Power Tour. 2024 is the year to do it. Not only that, you want to do the long haul. You want the full kibosh. You want the full kit and caboodle. You want the whole buffet. You want the grand experience. Well, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Super excited to see you out there on the road. I'm excited to see you on Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. As a long hauler over the past 3 years in that 1979 AMC Spirit AMX, I feel like I can be a little bit of an ambassador for Hot Rod Power Tour. I do my daily videos every single year. You're going to find them on the Lucor Automotive channel. And I feel like, I've got a good grasp of this. So I'd like to invite you over to Hot Rod Power Tour 2024, but it's not all roses. It's not all ambrosia. It's not all honey. There are some things that I do truly hate about Hot Rod Power Tour. Now, there are definitely some things that I love about Hot Rod Power Tour, and we're going to talk about both the pros and the cons. The things I love, the things I hate. And I'm going to give you 3 examples of each before you, hopefully, get out on Hot Rod Power Tour, and I see you out there. I am going to end up with my least favorite part of this as the last part of this video, so I want to stay pretty reasonably positive and pretty reasonably focused throughout this entire thing. The first thing I want to say, as far as what I absolutely love about Hot Rod Power Tour, and anybody who's probably been on tour will actually attest to this as well, is the people. The people are what Hot Rod Power Tour is all about. The cars are cool, the cars are fun. I've taken the AMC Spirit AMX the last 3 years. I also took my 1970 Pontiac Le Mans. My friend Jim drove that, and that was a lot of fun. That was a good time. This year I'm taking the 1991 GMC Syclone with me. This is actually my daddy's truck, and it's going to be the very first time this thing's actually really gone much of anywhere in its entire life. So this year I'm going to be doing it in a bit more comfort than I was in that thing, which was absolutely not comfortable. But one of the best parts, I would say honestly the best part about Hot Rod Power Tour is not necessarily the vehicles you're doing it in and the cars you see at the car shows, but it's the people you meet along the way. It's the people that you share your adventures with, the parking lots, the gas stations, the diners, the drive-ins, the places that you go. God forbid you break down or you run into some other power tour that's out there that has broken down and you stop to help. Those are the people that really make this event what it is. The power tour is, yeah, it's a long driving experience, but it's really the experiences between point A and point B that it's really all about. Now, power tour, if you're going along the actual planned route, does tend to want to run through small towns. It's a lot less interstate driving, a lot more how it used to be back in the olden days when speed limits were like 55 miles an hour. But it takes you through the areas, the small highways and byways, the little towns of America that really give you the taste of what America truly is. And it gives you an opportunity to slow down and enjoy the experience. Enjoy those people that you're out there on the road with. Strike up a conversation, make new friends. Every single year, I meet people that I did not ever imagine I would meet. They come up and talk to me, or they talk to me about whatever it is, or anybody else. Even if you're not a YouTuber, there is no greater chance for you to meet great people than Hot Rod Power Tour, because they share the same sickness you do. So you guys can bond over that, and that's great. Now, one of the things that I do truly hate about Power Tour, and I think everybody can understand this, is the cost. It's very friggin' expensive. Just gonna put that out there. Let's be honest, it is what it is. Whether or not you're doing the platinum thing and it's $4,500 or $5,000 or whatever it is now, it's expensive. Even if you're not doing it that way, you're just talking about food and fuel and lodging expenses. Most people are going to spend a couple $1,000s on this. Now, this has actually become kind of a thing where most people are using this, or a lot of people are using this as their large vacation of the year. They're taking a week or week and a half or 2 weeks off work, depending on what part of the country or world they're coming from, and they're using this as their large vacation or holiday, if you happen to be a European, for the year, which makes a lot of sense to me, because you've got a lot of time that's going to be involved in driving to and from. You got to get to wherever the event is. You got to go on the 5 days of driving, and then you got to get back from whatever it is. And then usually you need like a day or two of recovery that's in there. Plus, you got to get whatever it is you're driving actually ready to go on the road. So it is a pretty time-intensive experience, and it can be quite expensive. So not only are you spending money while you're out there on the road. God forbid you break something, you've also got to deal with that. Now, I have been very fortunate in myself on the last couple of years, or the last 3 years. I have not really suffered anything catastrophically expensive as far as repairs go, or things that I needed to fix while I'm out and about. My AMC AMX is just amazing. It doesn't have any problems, other than the fact that it doesn't currently run. But my Pontiac did cook a fuel pump on the way back from 2022 in Atlanta, or north of Atlanta. But otherwise, it's been pretty good. But even with that, you just got to be realistic about the fact that it is expensive. You're going to be driving a vehicle, especially if it's something classic that gets, sub 20 miles per gallon, sometimes sub 10 miles per gallon, depending on what you're driving. And you're usually going to be running on premium fuels that are going to be, more expensive. So you're going to have some decent money in it. And that part is a little bit frustrating. There are things that I wish I could experience with other people that are on more of a budget, that just couldn't come out of pocket to be able to do Power Tour. And that's unfortunate, but it is one of the honestly important parts about Power Tour that you need to talk about that is less than great. So back to the positive side of things. Other than the people, it's the places. It's the in-betweens. It's the things that you can adventure and see on Power Tour that don't have anything to do with where you're headed. More often than not, in America especially, we focus on the destination, where we're going, where we're headed, and how we're getting there. And we don't take nearly as much time as we probably should to kind of slow down and pay attention to the things that are around us. Hot Rod Power Tour is very much about that. Yes, there are venues to get to every single day. You need to get from here to there. You need to get from here to there every single day. But when you get to the venue, it's just a car show. Yeah, there might be a band that's playing, and there might be some YouTube idiots that are going to be there, and there's definitely going to be some great vendors there that you could talk with. But the prime reason to go on Power Tour is to share that adventure and see the things that you're probably not going to see. See the car collections, the car museums, the Air Force museums, the little things that are on the side of the road that you wouldn't normally stop and see, that you could now stop and see. Because all you got to do is get to the venue. Clock in, be there, say hi, hey, everybody make it, great, move on, we'll see you again tomorrow. There's so many cool little spots that I have run into slowing down and running around on the highways and byways of this country, and that's what Power Tour is all about. So, yes, you've got places to be, you need to get there, but you don't really necessarily need to be first. Enjoy your trip, enjoy the things that are between here and there, and don't sweat the small stuff. Slow down. Enjoy yourself. All right. My second thing I hate about Hot Rod Power Tour are the lines. Every single year, the lines to get into this, wherever it is, are annoying. They suck. It's part of the process. Every single year, it doesn't matter where we're going, it's gonna be an hour to 2 hours, so maybe more, to getting into the venue. It doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter who's in charge or how much you think people have planned. It never works. Hopefully, it doesn't end up as bad as certain places like Nashville Super Speedway in 2022, where we had, I don't know, $1 million worth of cars melt down in the yard trying to get onto the property. But it happens, especially when it's summertime and it's 100 degrees outside and we're going across the south. You end up stressing out vehicles that a lot of times have not had a lot of stress tests done. Let's be honest here. A lot of people that build classic cars and hot rods don't typically drive them that much, let alone 1,000 miles in the heat of the south in the summer. It's just part of the process. But it's one of those things you need to be honest about, and you need to understand that you're going to get stuck in traffic. Even if you don't get stuck in traffic at the venue, which you're going to, you're going to get stuck in traffic in the little tiny towns that we're going to be driving through that are not designed for 6,000 hot rod idiots to come through their town with one blinking red light or a 4-way stop sign. It takes forever. This is the largest organized rolling road problem you will ever see. But, like I said, slow down, relax, enjoy yourself along the way, get off, have lunch, have a snack, go meet some locals. Experience the experience. Yes, you're gonna get stuck in traffic. Yes, there are gonna be lines. Yes, I will make video about the fact that I'm going no miles an hour and I'm annoyed. Though I do have air conditioning this year. But it's a part of the process, and it's something we need to be honest about. Every single year, doesn't matter, it's annoying trying to get on the property. It is what it is. Now, the big thing I want to focus on as far as positive-wise with Hot Rod Power Tour is the fact that it motivates people. It motivates you to get your car done. Like that thing. Or that thing. A lot of car guys are a little crap about being procrastinators, if we're honest. A lot of us are. A lot of us wait to the last minute, or maybe the last couple of seconds, before we even bother working on our thing. I can count on all my hands and feet the number of people that I've had conversations with in the last 2 days that are hustling to try to get something done with their vehicle, to try to get it ready to go for a Hot Rod Power Tour. Despite the fact that they have known that Hot Rod Power Tour is basically the same exact single week every single year. But sometimes we need that motivation. And Hot Rod Power Tour is absolutely a fantastic way to do that. You mark it on your calendar and you know, I need to get my whatever ready to go for Hot Rod Power Tour. I need to be out there with my crazy friends, going on an adventure, seeing the highways and byways and the roads of America. So I got to get my car done. Things like that. Put that car together, got it hustled, got it done-ish. Enjoyed the heck out of myself. Yes, I stressed out for it. Yeah, every time I drive the thing. But it helped me get that car done because I had that goal that I needed to be able to get that thing done for. And it worked out great. Had a great time. And that's the thing. Like, use it as a, not necessarily a crutch, but a motivational piece to be able to help get your stuff done. Now, if you're watching this video and you're not done with your car yet, you're probably not going to get done with it. If you are, leave me a comment. I'd love to know how quickly you're going to be able to get that thing done and whether or not I'm going to actually see you out there on the road. If you do see me out there on the road, bring it up. I'd love to hear about it. But the motivation of having that goal for so many people is, I'm going to have my car done for Hot Rod Power Tour. I'm going to go on Hot Rod Power Tour this year with all my friends, and I'm going to get ready to go. I may not get ready to go until the last couple of minutes, but I'm going to get ready to go. And that's one of the greatest parts about Hot Rod Power Tour, is it gets us off our couches, it gets us out of our day jobs, it gets us in the garage, working on our rides and getting them ready to go. Have a great time with a bunch of friends that we don't even know we have yet. All right, the last thing I want to bring up as an annoyance with Hot Rod Power Tour, and this one is maybe a little bit less something that the rest of you are going to notice, and it's more something that's specific to content creators. Content creators, specifically YouTubers, are basically the marketing arm for Hot Rod Power Tour. Yes, it's put on by Motor Trend. Yes, technically they're there, and they're hosting the event. But, more or less, everybody sees it, pays attention to it, and gets updates from it from us, content creators. It's kind of like going to a concert. Well, no, it's not, because when you go to a concert, the bands are getting paid to be there. They are the entertainment. They are the focus of the show. 99% of your YouTubers that you're going to be watching on YouTube are paying to come along on this. They're paying to be there. We don't get our tickets for free, much less anything else. And that part is a little bit frustrating. Now, I'm not saying that we don't get something out of it, because you folks wonderfully watch our videos and hopefully watch our videos afterwards and go back and watch other videos and help us pay our bills for all this stuff. But if you think about it, like you go to a festival, Lollapalooza if you're an old guy, or Woodstock if you're a really old guy, those bands usually are not paying to be there. They are the star of the show. So when you have YouTubers that you want to meet, that you want to go to and see, that you know are going to be on Power Tour, realize that those people are actually paying to be there, to be out there doing exactly the same things you are. And that's something that's a little bit weird. I've run into some issues with Motor Trend people and the people who put on Power Tour personally in the last year or so, where they just flat out don't care that we are essentially their marketing arm doing all of their work for them. Now, this might piss off some people at Motor Trend or piss off some people at Power Tour. I don't care. I'm still going to pay to go next year, and I'm still going to bring one of my own vehicles, and I'm going to still have a great time, and I'll talk to all you wonderful people. But it's something that I think needs to be said. You know, when we're, I wouldn't say the main focus of the show, but we are a big focus of it. People use it as an opportunity to run into the people that they watch online, which is a great idea. I love it. It's fantastic. But it would be nice if we maybe got, I don't know, a free bottle of water or something, or a, hey, thanks for coming, a free t-shirt, hair tie, something. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe that's my problem and not really your problem. Anyway, today is Saturday. I have finished working with the truck. It is ready to rock and roll. Power Tour, I am leaving tomorrow morning and headed down south. I am doing the whole long haul. That truck is going to be able to make the whole thing. It's in great shape. It's all black and beautiful once again. It has functional air conditioning. It has 28,600 miles on it. So probably on this trip, I will be rolling over 30,000 miles on this little rig. We have owned this truck since it was brand new. I remember buying it when I was a child with my father. He's not able to go with me on Power Tour this year, but I will be taking him along with me because I've got this little camera thing and I can share my experience along the way. And that's one of the best parts about Power Tour, is sharing the experience. Taking you folks along and sharing all of the excitements and the headaches and the fun and the funny and maybe the terrible, the frustrating, all of that. You guys can come along with us. Even if you don't get to be out there on the road, you can still experience Hot Rod Power Tour. And I'm gonna do my best to be able to take you guys along with me. Now, I'm gonna put most of the content for Hot Rod Power Tour, the coverage on the Lucor Automotive channel, because that's where I work and that's what I do here. But I will also be able to include some of that stuff here. I have some ideas as far as what I wanna cater my content for on here. And hopefully you guys are interested in it. If you are, great. If you're not, then what are you doing here? Thanks for making it this far in the video, at least. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. Automotive Adventures with Austin. This is my own little personal corner of the YouTube internets. It's mostly just my own personal stuff and me working on vehicles, nothing real professional. But if you're interested in this kind of thing, love to have you around. I have a 1968 Pontiac Le Mans project that I'm working on. Hopefully gonna have it ready to rock and roll by Pontiac Nationals in the middle of July. We're building a 350 HO Pontiac motor for that, which nobody in their right mind would ever do. But it's kind of interesting. Plus, I got a whole bunch of other projects sitting around here that I just need to get time to work on. So, anyways, guys, I'll see you out there on the road for Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. Hope this video has helped you out. If you see me out there on the road, feel free to come up and say hi to you, or hi to me. I'll say hi to you. I promise you, the guy you see on this video is the same guy you're going to meet at every gas station or eatery along the way. This is not an act. This is how I am day in and day out. So come up and say hi. I do appreciate it. Have a great one, guys. See you out on the road. Bye-bye.